we're gonna try this again. So I was over here this morning and my phone died. My phone died like 5 minutes into it. So I just deleted that whole video. We're gonna start over. My wife, I know none of y'all's wives do this, but she likes to move phone chargers around. And then when I need one, I can't find it. So yeah, we'll just redo the video I was trying to do this morning. But we're over here in my little cubby. Got some parts in for super pumps and stuff. Building them out. Stuff's on the way. And that bad boy right there is a working. The guys they just shipped out 2 mini skids, crated up and shipped those out. All that freight's going out today. UPS. Jeff's about to crimp a hose. It's gonna be loud. Justin's just in the house. Wash tuber. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. That sounds dumb. Go ahead. Crimp us some fittings. Wait for it. Wait for it. Come on. Go ahead. Crank up, DeWalt. It is nice though. We got this crimp station. We've had this a while. Be able to crimp our own fittings in-house. Let me see that right there. That's more better, ain't it? It didn't fire up.
It didn't fire up.
The compressor. I figured it'd cut on. So knocking out this trailer build. I was showing the guys this morning when I went live before my phone died that we taking a look at the Super Mini over here. Fixing to be building up a bunch of these. Just waiting to get some frames in. A couple of mods. This is the second Super Mini skid. And then the third, and from then on, will be a little different. So we made a pocket for the surfactant tank to drop into, just like these tanks drop into these pockets. So that's a little change there. We're gonna laser cut water here. The SESW laser cut across that plate, and then what's up, Rusty? Bleach will be laser cut on this side, or chemical there. So yeah, fixing to build a bunch of those next week. Probably try to get 8 or 10 of those done. Building up some Easy Max kits as well today, and then shipping out. We shipped about 200 and something yesterday. Guys, if you don't know, we're giving away an Easy Max with Quote IQ here pretty soon. Justin, if you're still in here, let me know. Tell them the dates. I can't remember what dates we're doing it. So go over to Quote IQ channel, Justin's channel, and you can enter to win one of these. Pretty slick little system here, and there will be a blend manifold on that side. Just hadn't put it on yet. Real capable. All that's rolling out. I think they got a whole bunch of stuff out back that's going out on UPS truck. Yeah, bro. That sealer is pretty slick. It's very, very good stuff. So we've got a super pump here, Sweet 16, and I'm gonna run it a little bit and let you guys see. So this is what I've been fooling with the last 2 days. The real big deals, the 18-inch, they're 3/4 internal. The real deal, 12-inch, is 1/2 inch internal. Just to answer that question real fast. So let's cut them on. Okay. Red gun. I've got the trigger lock back. You guys can see. This is on the low settings. That's about like a little less than a 12-volt performance. But there may be a reason that you wanted to do that. You know, you can hear the pump just barely chugging along here. And it ain't gonna look like this, you know. This will all be enclosed in a housing, and it'll be on this side. I'm just playing around over here. So we can dial it up. I'm gonna dial it and turn my knob with this hand. I'll turn it just a little bit. You can see the stream. That's about a third of the way up or so. We can get your cone. Go ahead, don't wait on me. Jeff trying not to interrupt us. Here we go. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. He said, you gonna make a video? I'm gonna be loud. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. It'll stop off here in a second. We need to put this thing outside. There's AJ bringing in another couple of loads. Kim going out. A couple of pallets of hazmat. We'll walk over here while that compressor's catching up. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hose reels going out today. Maybe another one there getting packaged up. A lot of other little small stuff. He must be going to get another load. All that's headed out today, and we do about that much every day. Around 300 on a good normal day. Packages a day. Those came in today, got to put them away. New parking lot turned out pretty good. Eventually, in the slowness of Roanoke, these will be steps. You just picture them in your brain, right there in your head movies. Eventually, hey, ain't nothing happening in Roanoke fast. All right, let's go back in there. Beep, beep, beep. Let the compressor cut off. We'll play with this pump some more. Yeah, so we're real close on Sweet 16s, getting those out the door. All of the pre-orders getting caught up on those as soon as we get motors. We got electronics, parts, all of that stuff's custom. Motors are custom. Yeah, this thing's gonna run a long time because it knows I'm trying to do something. But I know a trick. I know a trick, see? Hush. All right. What was we doing, boys? Let's do this again. Okay, so let's go back to low. That's low. There's a good third of the way up from the low end, and that's still a really good stream here. Stack kits do not come with hardware. We don't know what you're going to bolt it to. So everybody would need different hardware, but just go get you some whatever length bolts you need, washers. We thought about providing hardware, but the problem is people mount them to different things, and so, you know, half the time it would be a waste. One of the tests we do with the super pump, or we've done for the last months, is a tip test. We want to make sure that we're not overheating. This is about the 8th of these tanks I've ran out today, and we want to track and make sure we're not, and we've done all this for months, but none of these components get anywhere near the thermal limit, which is good. It means the pump's got good what the word I'm trying to say, but you can restrict this down so much that you'll start fighting yourself. So that's very good that we're not getting hot. Motor's at 70 degrees. This is where your bearing is at on the inside. You know, and that's the hot point, it's 77 degrees. No heat transfer out to the heads. This piece acts as somewhat of a heat sink. Yeah, it's real fun to play with. We'll crank him back up. You kind of see like what that is. I can't turn it. A lot of water, dude. See all that? Quick it'll shut off. Ready? Instantly stopped. A lot of water. Pretty fun to play with, ain't it?
Yep.
Yep. What that?
I don't know.
Yeah, raindrop window. What we use here, because we're not going through anything crazy, is you should be able to get these, you know, at Ace or wherever, 5/16 by an inch, stainless threaded all the way, and couple 5/16 flat washers and a lock washer. Then the nut. That'll work. If you're going through something taller, you can get 1.5 inches. So it just depends on what you're putting it to. If you're just going to another reel, that should be plenty. Some guys will take the stack kit and put it on different stuff. So it's gonna be one of those two, 1 inch or 1.5 inches. You'll probably know just by looking at it. We live, don't say nothing you'd regret.
I'll just not say anything.
Michael will probably make a liberal joke if you let him. Stand there long enough, he'll say something about a liberal. Calm in you. Don't be digging him stuff now. Put it up, bro. You be digging. You don't need to know. This some electronic in this. Don't be messing around over here. Yeah, it's this. So this is going in a pressure pot. Yeah, YZ80. I had a 90. I had to broke my damn neck on that thing. All right, so this will all be in a housing. I just stuck this up here with 3M tape so I could play with it and set calibrate the settings. So this will be on this side of this mounting plate. This bracket here, this bracket that the pump is made to is all stainless. And then we powder coated them black. Some of them, I don't think we're gonna do them all powder coated black. I just like the way they look. So it'll have, you got a bolt hole down here and another one in the corner. So the control box will sit here, this away. And you'll be able to, you know, this is sort of the back of the pump. This is nothing's going on back here, but this is just one I can play around, solder my connections. It'll be simple, a lot cleaner than that. The box is waterproof. These go through grommets, so they're weatherproof, the inlet and outlet and power and all that stuff. So pretty slick. We'll play with it again. Let's see. I had to put that blade up so it would catch the water and shoot it back down the floor drain. At least most of it. So that's super low right there. But look, you know, if you're rinsing bushes, shrubbery, you probably just want something like that. Gentle, good flow, not gonna knock anything to pieces. Having the variable power is really clutch. Super hard to do with one hand. There we go. We'll go all the way to the low position. That's low. Barely running. Chugging along. So the runtime can be a big variable. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Punks is in the chat. It's a big variable. So when guys are asking me about the runtime, I basically just have to calculate like they're running it on wide open all the time. But if you don't, you're really not going to do that. You probably double or triple your battery life if you're running it like we all would out in the field, you know. Just, yeah, hell, go to wide open if you need it. If you're rinsing, I'd probably always rinse on wide open. Or if you need to apply Kim really, really tall, that I may be on wide open and, you know, throwing Kim to the high point. But being able to throttle down means you're not wasting Kim and you're extending battery life. Now, if you got a battery like what's in here, this is that 200 amp hour one, it ain't gonna matter no way. That battery does not give a shit. But it's an expensive battery. It's $2,000. That's what I was trying to get at this morning on my first live before my phone died. If you wanted to save $1,000, you could step back to this battery. This is an Epic 24 volt lithium single bank, and that's $1,000. So if you want to save $1,000, you don't need the big battery. The name is Big Battery brand, Husky. Yeah, all day use on 100 amps, you should be good. If you go 200 amps, which is what I've got over there, it's another $1,000, but then you're definitely good for probably multi-days without charging. What I would do, probably, I'm gonna recommend this to most guys, is to go ahead and get a lithium single bank like this, $1,000, and just get an inverter on your truck for a few $100s, and now you're good for like ever. So you saved $1,000, you didn't need to go with the most wild thing, so it's $1,000 cheaper, but if you got the inverter, it ain't gonna matter. If you have a good inverter on your truck, charging all the time, there's really no reason to even spend the money on this one. This one's cray. But either way you go, I would still suggest lithium because they run, you know, like all the tools nowadays, the Milwaukee, DeWalt stuff, they run till they're dead. So they run, then they're dead. It doesn't doesn't lose throughout the day. You could go to 12 volt deep cycle marine grade batteries and wire those together and make 24. But if that's the case, you're probably going to you definitely need an onboard truck inverter for daily use, because you'll be out running your amp hours. Your runtime would be a problem. So there's like 3 different ways you can do it. It just depends on, number one is like what kind of truck you got. Do you want to buy an inverter and put it in your truck? The new Fords, like probably the new Chevys too, they come with a pretty stout onboard inverter anyway. And it's enough that it will cut a charger on and run. So, you know, that's kind of the best way to do it. But the good thing is, once you get your setup, you know, this ain't cheap. It's $1,500. But the good thing is this is rebuildable. So yay for that. You don't, yeah, it's a one-time thing, but then you can just buy the head kits. Motorcycles life, exactly. They don't know how good they have it. Rebuildable, you know. So it's a little bit of an upfront cost, but the thing is, it's not any more upfront cost than a gas-powered system would be. And now you're only spending 50 cents a day in electricity instead of $10 or $12 a day in gasoline. So if you do the math, this pump basically pays for itself every year. If you just bought a brand new pump every year, did one head swap, you know, mid-season, threw it in the trash, bought another one for the next year, the pump's still free in what you would have spent on gasoline. So it's a great if you have to kind of step back and look at it from a holistic perspective. Upfront cost is one factor. Daily running operational cost is another. The thing we all think about as guys is the performance, okay? And that's where we go to in our mind. So we got the performance, maintenance, very maintenance friendly, really, you know, quick swap and change the whole pump out, 2 minutes. Yeah, man, 100 amp hour and inverter, yeah, it's plenty. 200 amp hours, probably overkill. We'll cut it back on. That's on low. That's probably still shooting 40 something feet, you know, out of the red gun here. If we go up just a little bit, like we're 12 volt performance right here all day. So this pump will do what a 12 volt does on a really low setting. I'm gonna say about here is northern tool territory. We could shoot it in the shop and measure it, but I've done that so many times. That's pretty sour right there. Thank you, bro. I put a hell of a lot of work into it. I hope it's, see how quickly it shuts itself off. Really fast. I got leaks because I've took these fittings on and off so many times. I agree with motorcycle is life. These boys don't know how good they got it, these new guys, because this, you know, they ain't had the struggle of weaker systems or trying to get a better system and then inadvertently inheriting a lot of heartaches. So we're still using some other pumps till we get our stuff in. Remco's a great pump. They've got a 24 volt 7 gallon minute fat boy that we're going to be putting on the Super Minis until we get the Super 8s in, which worked out good because that means we can go ahead and wire it up. So the dude, once we get some Super 8s, we just mail him a pump and he's not got to do anything to the wiring. Like, I've used Everflows and Remco fat boys on stuff before, but I always 12 volts. So got lucky that they make a 24 volt option. That'll just mean the end user don't have to monkey with a lot of stuff. It's pretty fun to play with. Let's shoot the ground. John McCabe, Maccabee, Australia. Yeah, man, John got his, I think, on pre-order right when we released them at the convention. So we should be getting all those out the door. I know we're going to be able to get about 25 or so out the door in March. That's, I know for pretty much for sure. And the next few, probably the next 25 or so will go out maybe the following week. So I wanted to make sure I got some, if I could do anything to get some out the door in Q1, because that was our goal. We drive over this forklift every day. It's pretty hard ground. See if I can spray Johnson. Nope. He's too quick. We'll shut the door. Go grab you a super pump. We'll be on full bore on these things by the summer. In and out, in and out, in and out. Stops right off. Got a little bit of a lag when you pull the trigger. That's just because of the electronics. It's not a big deal, but guys will notice that. Instant stop, about a half a second on the kickoff. The circuitry doing its thing. Back to the wall. Now see, I hit my ceiling fan. I need to go up a lot more of an angle, but I hit that rafter up there. It's really hard to do in the building, and they get mad because I get the floor wet all the time. Well, they don't. Brian does. Don't bother us. Brian's the safety guy. So I need to go at much more of a, like this, but I can't because I hit that rafter right there. Well, there's 70. Just under 70, you know. So we have gotten to here, which is about 77 because the shop's 80 all the way across to here. But a Softwash wand actually shoots better because it's just a straight barrel shooting out. The red guns, all the guns that we like, you're coming up and making a deadhead 90 right there at the last second, and you lose a little bit of power. But you know, 70 or over 70 feet, you can probably get 75. I got right in the middle because if I shoot it right in the middle, I get a little more height to play with here. So a few feet I can arc it. I can get about here, 75 feet. So with a wand, I like the wand, but the convenience of the trigger gun and being able to manipulate the spray pattern is nice. So I'm willing to sacrifice a few feet of spray distance for the trigger gun, but the wand just keeps everything as a tight barrel till it exits. A little bit more ass behind it. 75 feet though. Pretty slick, man. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. I have made a sufficient mess. Electric's where it's at. We've drained that tank almost down to the nothing. Pretty fun. Peace out.